Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is about how to make an ETABS plugin. You are probably familiar with ETABS, but as a quick intro, ETABS is a software designed to analyze structures such as building, bridges, skyscraper and stuff like that. But in some point you may need some extra features that ETABS is not capable of doing. So ETABS, the company, have provided an API that enables users to build their own features to solve their problem. So in order to make an ETABS plugin, you need a decent version of ETABS already installed in your computer, and also a platform to compile a programming language. I will be using C# in Visual Studio, but there are so many platforms that you can use to build your own ETABS plugin. What you see now is Visual Studio, and this is the main form of the program. And to begin, we have to just start a new project. Okay. In this section, you have to define a class library, and you don't need start with Windows Form application or stuff like that or anything else above. You have to start with class library. This is mandatory. You have to do it. So I changed the name. My first ETABS plugin. That's it. And then I click OK. Okay, this is your namespace, my first ETABS plugin, and the class. So to begin, you have to make Visual Studio recognize ETABS namespace. So go to the Solution Explorer, and then in the in the section references, just add a reference. So in this part, you see that ETABS 2016.dll. I have already this DLL in my list because I have used it before. So you are probably the first time that you want to use this DLL. So go to the browse, click on that, and you have to go to the place that ETABS is installed in your computer. So in my computer, you see that I have already installed ETABS 2016 and ETABS 2015. So I click on this one and go to find that. Okay, yes, there it is, ETABS 2016.dll. And then I click add. I select the ETABS 2016.dll in this part, and then I click OK. Okay, you can see that ETABS 2016 is already added to the references of your project. So you need next you need to add this namespace to your project by this code using ETABS 2016 and then semicolon. Okay. So in order to execute the code in ETABS, you need a user interface. So you have to add a Windows form to your project. Okay, for this purpose, go to the project and add a Windows form. Okay, in this phase, in this section, you have to add a Windows form. Okay, I prefer this name form 1. I don't change it. Okay, and then I press add. So a simple form, a very simple form, is added to your project. Then double click on that. You are being able to see the code of the form. Okay, just go get back to the class 1 and redefine the public class 1. You have to change the name to cPlugin as I change it to cPlugin. You have to change it to this name. Don't give it a random name to it. It has to be this name. So, and then okay, you have to write two methods for this class. The first one is private void main. This has two arguments, ref c sap, okay, then this is sap model, and the second one is ref cPlugin callback. You can name it plugin callback. Okay, in this section you have to make an object of the form 1. Form 1 form equals new. Okay, and after that you just call the code form dot show. It will show the form. Okay, I assume that you have a basic knowledge of how to program in C# language, or maybe another language, also Visual Basic, C++. So you need to have a basic understanding and basic knowledge of programming before starting to build a ETABS plugin. And you see that there is an error here. It says that form 1 does not contain a constructor that takes 2 arguments. In order to fix this error, you have to go back to form 1 programming. This one, it is just as you may see, this is the constructor of the public partial class. This is the constructor of this class, and there is no argument. So we have to make 2 arguments to get rid of that error. So in this part, also you need to have add a reference to make Visual Studio recognize ETABS 2016 namespace. So then come here and write using ETABS 2016. Okay, and this under this class we are going to define two properties: private csap model, sap model, and we give it a value to it null. And then another thing, we write private. Okay, we write down cPlugin callback plugin, and give it a null value to this property as well. And then come here to public form1 constructor and define 2 arguments. Okay, and we have to give the sap model, this sap model here to this sap model from here. So in order to make any confusion for the Visual Studio, we can use the name this. This is referred to SAP model here, not SAP model in this parentheses. So this dot SAP model equals SAP model. The second SAP model is the SAP model here, as you see that both are highlighted. And then this dot plugin equals plugin. Okay. And if you come back to the class one here, you see that okay, you have a error here. You have to add ref. Okay, and now you see that the error that contains in form 1 is omitted. So the second, we have to make sure that another method is written down here. Another method is about the information that you want to provide in your plugin as an introduction to other people who wrote this plugin or stuff like that. But it may seem not important, but it has to be done here. So then we have to another private long okay, info, and you have to say ref string text. Okay, so far so good. And you have to give the text a value. So yeah, it's a string, and you have to give it some information. You may say this is my first ETABS plugin. Okay, it's not that important. It is important for some people, but because it's not a real plugin, so we just give it a random value. So, and you have to return a value in this method. Return return 0. Okay, and the class is done. We don't have anything more to do with this class, and all the thing is it has to be done in this form 1. And this form 1 description, it has to have a method that is contained to how to close the plugin in Etabs. Etabs needs to understand when you want to close the plugin. So you go to the properties. So you have to go to the form 1, okay, form 1 design, and go to the properties, and in events section you have to find form 1 form closed. Okay, now where is okay, this one. You double click on that, and you see that a method is added to your code. So the only thing you have to do is write down this code. So the code that you need here is just it's simple as this: plugin dot finish, and it also has to have a argument, and the argument is 0. When you close, what does it mean? When you close the form in Etabs, when you close the plugin into Etabs, the Etabs recognize that you close the plugin, and it is stopped to continue the effect of the plugin in the analysis of the structure that you already have in Etabs. So it is very important to be added, and that's it. Okay, but in design here, it is a simple form. It is not doing anything, and to do anything more, you can maybe add at the bottom, at the text box, or anything else that you may need. in this form, and then try to define some code and define what they are up to do in your plugin. So in order to make your Etabs plugin work in Etabs, you have to make a DLL file out of your project. In order to do that, you have to go to project and then go to my first Etabs plugin properties. In this section, choose debug and then select start external program. In this section, it means that you have to tell the Visual Studio that Etabs will be debugging the code that you have already written in this project. Okay, wherever your application is installed, find it and make Visual Studio recognize the program that is needed to debug the code. So the Etabs application is already installed in this path in my computer. I found it and then I press open. So it's already done, and the next step that you have to do is to debug your code. Okay, I press the start button here and let the Visual Studio to debug the code. I will be waiting for a moment to see the result. As you see that the code is opening the Etabs application in my computer. Once is done, it means that the DLL file is produced. Okay, yes, it means that the DLL file is produced, so you can check the path in your computer that your project are saved to make sure that the DLL file is produced. So just go to the where your project is stored. So I go to my project path and okay, this here. As you see that my first ETABS plugin, this is your project, this is our project, and go to the path that you see here, debug, and okay, this is the ETABS 2016.dll that we have added to the references, and this is what we need, my first ETABS plugin.dll. This is what we need to be added in the Etabs application that I will be showing in a few moments. Okay, let's go back to the Etabs application. Just open a project in Etabs. Okay, the project is loaded, and the one simple thing you have to do is just go to the tools, press on it, and then add show plugins. In this section you can see all the plugins that is added to the project. So in order to add your own plugin, you can just simply press on browse button and then add your own plugin, and then click add. You can see that my first Etabs plugin is added, and then just go to the info button, and in this section you can see the information about the author and all the stuff that the author wants you to know about the plugin. And you can see that this is my first Etabs plugin. This is what we have written in the code, if you remember. Okay, and then press OK, and then okay, the plugin is added, and in order to use it you can just simply press on tools again and see your plugin down here, and then press on it. Okay, this is a warning that Etabs regularly give you if in order to make sure that you know that the plugin is not part of the original software. and it wants you to know that this plugin may affect something in the program that you are not aware of. So as author of the plugin, you have to make sure that every aspect of the plugin is working very well, and there is no consequences that you are not aware of. So just press on yes, and the plugin is loaded. This is our plugin, and you can see it here. Once you're done with the plugin, you can close it, and the Etabs just tell you that the plugin completed successfully. Then press OK. Okay, thank you very much for watching this tutorial. If you found this video helpful, it is a good news for me to give me a thumbs up or press on that subscribe button. If you have any question or any suggestion about this tutorial, I would be happy to hear from you in a comment section down below. Thank you very much. See you soon.